It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features Hunter Henry. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Pats and the Bills. Next on EA Sports.
We are just about 4 miles off the street. And we are underway in Buffalo. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense.
Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6 foot.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out.
Previous play is under review.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stiff up.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, it's a third and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Throwing, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And
now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
The Bills had 14-2 heading into this final week. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun, it's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball.
Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox from 13 yards out.
And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. New England's offense set to go.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. Nothing to score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's Cook again. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 25. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. The fullback dive held up short. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Harris running straight ahead. And some space here. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our 2nd ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Option play. Here's Cook. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll give to Cook on the read option.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw with Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Matt Judon able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime, and what's already
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run again on 1st down. Cook uses the stiff arm. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
72 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Their partner guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Damian Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again.
So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility that people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This complete to Henry over the middle.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On the give, this is Harris. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Play 3 of the drive not is successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He's got a man. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. We just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. On second down, Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Jones now on 1st and 10.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Jones. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Holding offense.
A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Here's Jones on 1st down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones, the connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. They'll look to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for New England. 42 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up.
He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown.
Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second and 5.
They run it again with Cook. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Cook following the penalty. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the left hash, this from 39.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So now Jones and the Patriots
down by 16. A little under a minute to go.
Here's Jones. He's got Henry.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Jones.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A.J. Boye able to pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but I know he never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. Ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big